The 17th century in India was a time of great change, you know. Mighty empires ruled the land. In the north, the Mughal Empire was at its peak. Emperors like Shah Jahan and Aurangzeb, their power seemed absolute, stretching all the way from Kabul to Bengal. They built magnificent forts and tombs, really showing off their immense wealth and authority. But their rule, well, it was often harsh, with heavy taxes and little regard for local traditions. The common people, especially farmers and villagers, often suffered under the weight of this powerful regime. Into this turbulent world, Shivaji was born in 1630 at the hill fort of Shivneri. He was the son of Swarajya Bhosale, a high-ranking Maratha general who served the Adil Shahi Sultanate. His mother Jijabai, noble, of great vision and deep piety. Swarajya was often away on military campaigns. Jijabai took charge of Shivaji's upbringing. She was his first and most important teacher. She filled his young mind with stories of ancient heroes, Ramayana, Mahabharata. She taught him justice and courage and the importance of protecting the common people. Shivaji grew up not in a lavish palace but in the rugged Sahyadri mountains. He spent his childhood exploring the hills and valleys around Pune. This gave him an intimate knowledge of the land, his greatest military advantage. He learned to ride horses. He learned to wield a sword. Shivaji's journey began not with a massive army, but with small strategic moves. At the young age of just 16, he captured his first fort, Torna. He used stealth and surprise. He found a hidden treasure inside the fort, which he saw as a blessing from the goddess Bhavani. He used this wealth to build a new fort, Rajgarh, which would become his first capital. This act sent a clear message to the Adil Shahi Sultanate. A new power was rising in their backyard. The Sultan of Bijapur was furious, but at first underestimated the young Maratha leader. One of Shivaji's most famous early encounters was with Afzal Khan. The Adil Shahi Sultan sent this giant, experienced general with a large army to crush Shivaji once and for all. He desecrated temples to provoke Shivaji into an open battle. But Shivaji was too clever for that. He used his knowledge of the terrain and chose to meet Khan at the foothills of Pratapgarh Fort. As Shivaji's power grew, he faced a new formidable enemy, the Mughal Empire. Emperor Aurangzeb, alarmed by the rise of this mountain rat, sent his own uncle, Shaista Khan, with a massive army to defeat him. Shaista Khan captured Pune and took up residence in Lal Mahal, the very house where Shivaji had spent his childhood. For months, the situation looked grim, but Shivaji planned one of the most audacious surgical strikes in history. Disguised as a wedding party, he and a small group of soldiers snuck into Pune at night and infiltrated the heavily guarded Lal Mahal. The attack was swift and shocking. Shivaji confronted Shaista Khan in his own bedroom. In the chaotic fight that followed, Shaista Khan lost 3 of his fingers before managing to escape through a window. The attack was a huge psychological blow to the Mughals. It was a humiliating defeat for one of their top generals, inflicted by Shivaji right under his nose. Aurangzeb was enraged and recalled Shaista Khan in disgrace. This incident further enhanced Shivaji's reputation as a fearless and brilliant strategist. To legitimize his rule and formally establish his kingdom, Shivaji knew he needed a coronation. He was a king in action, but he needed the formal status of a sovereign ruler, a Chhatrapati, sovereign emperor. In 1674, a grand coronation ceremony was held at Rajgarh Fort. Scholars from all over India were invited. Shivaji was crowned according to ancient Hindu rituals, becoming Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. This event marked the official birth of the Maratha Empire and the fulfillment of the dream of Hindavi Swarajya. With his coronation, Shivaji established a sovereign Hindu kingdom in an era dominated by Islamic empires. He created a well-organized administration with a council of 8 ministers, the Ashta Pradhan Mandal, to manage different departments like finance, justice, and defense. He built a powerful navy to protect the coastline, making him one of the first Indian rulers to understand the importance of sea power. His kingdom was founded on the principles of justice, religious tolerance, and welfare for his subjects. He had not just won battles, he had built a state with a strong foundation. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj passed away in 1680, but the empire he built did not die with him. He had lit a fire that could not be extinguished. He left behind a well-trained army, a series of strong forts, and efficient administration. Most importantly, he left behind an inspiring idea of freedom and self-rule that united the Maratha people. After his death, the Mughals, under Emperor Aurangzeb, launched a massive 27-year-long war to conquer the Maratha kingdom. Aurangzeb himself came to the Deccan thinking he could crush the Marathas quickly, but he was gravely mistaken. Sambhaji Rajaram, Queen Tarabai. They fought back with incredible resilience. They continued to use the guerrilla tactics perfected by Shivaji, making the Deccan a graveyard for the Mughal army. This long war drained the Mughal treasury and weakened their empire significantly. The Marathas refused to surrender. They lost forts but always recaptured them. They lost leaders, but new ones always rose to take their place. This war of attrition proved that the Maratha spirit of independence was unbreakable.